thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being part of the International Woman Series. I'm super excited to be kicking it off again. And you are our Miss April.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you. I can say Sam is my dear friend, and I've known her for a long time. I've seen her as a young little girl to a beautiful young woman. She used to work for me. You literally, took your job as, you rose to, you were managing, you were doing my payroll, you took care of my cats when I was gone, so you're very trusted, in my book, and I love you dearly, so thank you for being a part of this. So tell everybody else a little bit about you and your career, where you're Alverno is awesome. And,
so as Suzette said, I worked at the pageantry for years, and went to Alverno College. And when I graduated, I began working for a nonprofit organization called Centro, and I still work there now. I'm lucky enough to be the development director. So I help raise funds for the organization.
And you were, at one time, you were working a job and doing that. Now this is your job.
Yes. I actually started as a volunteer. I have a program and service there, and then went into communications, and then went into the fund development office, and now I am the director of development. So I've only been the director of development for a few months, but it's going really well.
This is great, especially with the series and stuff too. Yeah.
Perfect. So super excited when Suzette asked me to be a part of this. I've seen, her doing this for a while, and she's been doing so much cool stuff through COVID and just really supporting the community, meeting people. So I'm excited to be a part of this. Coral Centro is an organization that offers natural healing services, massage, acupuncture, yoga, all affordably on a sliding fee scale. So we just really believe that there should be access to those services, that it's not just a luxury, that it's important for people to be able to access it. You can go to our website, coralcentro.org, and you can sign up for classes that way. You can give us a call. Right now, we do have a waiting list for acupuncture and things like that, just because there's a big need up there. But we do also have NADA, which is auricular acupuncture. So it's 5 points in your ear, and on Fridays we offer that in a group setting. It's safe, socially distanced. That's in our movement studio, but that's really cool. It's 30 minutes. You lay in a zero gravity chair, and they put 5 needles in your ear, and it really just helps to relax your central nervous system.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Also become a yoga instructor in the last year, which is really exciting, and that really came about before. So I feel really supported there. Care a lot about our staff as well as the community. So
it's a wonderful. I love visiting you there.
Yeah.
It's a great rooftop area, and it's a great building.
Yeah.
And that's in the third
Walker's Point.
Walker's Point.
Yeah. And it really is. We do have a wide variety of services, so it's not just acupuncture and massage. We also have a rooftop garden. So we do gardening and healthy cooking classes and children's wellness classes. We have lots of fun kids classes.
That's great.
So for whole families.
So, and then why did you pick your dish, which happens to be a dish right off of our menu?
Yes. So Suzette asked me, pick something that you make on the weekend when you just you want to feel good, your feel good dish. And I was thinking a lot about it, and I'm honestly, aglio olio from the pasta tree. I like it just the way it's made there. And then the real treat is to have those really delicious beef scallops.
Yeah, our scallops are pretty tasty.
So good. So it's I feel like it's an easy dish to make, but it's also just warms the heart and soul.
Yeah, it is good. And it's simple. It's super simple, so you really get all the flavors, and it's great. So, and then see, ours is usually served with broccoli, but the change that Sam has made is we're using asparagus, which is great. It's spring, and asparagus is starting to pop up, and so it's wonderful. It fits right in with the seasons. So I guess I'll get started. I'll just kind of heat up a pan. I think one important thing, and Sam and I were talking about this before we started, it's an olive oil based dish. I get this olive oil, it's actually, I met a gentleman that owns a grove in Italy when I was visiting, and we've remained friends, and now he ships me cases of it, and it's his own private grove. We'll put information about it on the YouTube channel. I'm sure Vincenzo would love to hear from anybody that would like more olive oil, or you can buy it from us too if you'd like. It is available. But my point is, with the dish, you want to use a really nice olive oil because that's your sauce, you know. So you don't want to just use canola oil or like a vegetable. You definitely don't want to use a vegetable oil. Okay, so if you want to maybe season the scallops,
Sure.
and then I'll get a pan going, and then maybe start slicing the garlic. The asparagus, do you serve it like this, or do you cut it in pieces and add it right to your dish? Or?
I'm all about presentation, so I don't like to cut it up. I like to put it
you
right
like
on
it right
top.
on there. Okay, okay, great. I would agree. So
yeah, I don't mind cutting it up, but you know, you can also. I like to take a picture of my food.
Yeah,
Take a picture and then maybe cut it up and go in.
That's awesome. So you can even see with this olive oil. I mean, the deep color is just beautiful. Oh, you know, it's super peppery too. And then you don't want to heat it really super hot either. So I'll take these.
And I'm gonna start slicing the garlic.
Okay, sounds good.
So I was telling Suzette that I love aglio olio just the way the pasta makes it. And it's this sliced garlic. So when you put it in the hot olive oil, it gets really crispy. And
that's the best part, yeah.
Super delicious.
So you kind of have to be careful with the scallops because you don't want to overcook them, but you want to get some color on them. Yeah. And then you want your garlic to brown. So there is some timing issues. So it's not as easy of a dish as you really think it is, you know? I mean, truly.
It goes.
And the pepper, you don't want to add the chili flake too fast because that'll burn and gets bitter. So it is kind of a complicated dish.
It goes fast once you get the.
In fact, I'll drop the asparagus because that will probably be ready by the time we get going here. And I'm just putting the asparagus just in our pasta water. It's heavily salted so that it keeps the color really nice. I think I'm going to drop the pasta too.
Yeah.
And then this is our egg pasta, our egg linguine. We make all of our pastas here, all homemade. A lot of people don't use the semolina. I was taught using that from Robert, the previous owner here. And semolina is a much heartier pasta, and it is also a lot less gluten. So I have a friend that is gluten intolerant, and she's able to eat it without a problem. You can see the scallops are just getting like beautiful, nice golden brown. So this is the time that you want to add your garlic. Go ahead, yeah. Kind of. This is the gem of the. Yeah. You can smell. If you have smell-o-vision, you can just beautiful. And then, so there's the chili flake in there too, but we kind of want to get that right at the end, because otherwise the chili flake burns. And if you just kind of swish like this, you'll swish your garlic around so that it doesn't burn. And then I'm actually going to turn it off so that we don't want to burn the garlic. And right now it's to the point where it's right at the verge. So I'll remove it from the heat. We can add a little chili flake. Yep. A little more, I think. And then also, I like to add the parsley now because it kind of fries it. Look. Yep. We do a little bit more. There you go. Yep. Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yep. You can maybe take your asparagus out and kind of put it maybe on the side of the bowl, and then your pasta. The pasta maybe needs one more minute. Okay, sure. Yeah, absolutely. This is beautiful. And like we said, I mean, it's a super easy, fast dish.
Yeah.
But it is a little complicated.
Yeah, you do have to be really careful with
I want to say it's easy, but it's not, because
you really gotta watch them.
Like you saw how I turned it off to heat, the garlic's beautiful right now. If I would have left it on that heat, it would have overheated. Yeah.
And scallops is like a minute or like a minute and a half to 2 minutes per side.
Yeah.
Really, really hot.
I think a mistake that people do is they overcook their scallops.
Yeah, when you're
They shouldn't be like rubber balls.
No. Don't ruin the precious scallops.
Yeah, that I cherish. I just think it's so beautiful.
So beautiful.
So, and they're actually still here. They haven't broken. So if you want to play. Yeah, we're kind of known for our scallops. I'll give you a spatula too that you can get all that goodness out. Oh. Beautiful.
And let's go ahead and
Take this for you. You don't have to use all of it if you don't want, but yeah. Yeah. And then, I mean, I think we need our cheese on it, right?
Italian restaurant. Wisconsin.
All right. A little bit of, we'll just leave it right in the middle so you can kind of, as you eat it, get a little bit of it. That's beautiful. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Suzette made cooking those scallops look really easy, but
well, it's just really important too. You want a really nice olive oil. That's and you really want nice scallops. These scallops are never frozen. They are dry packed. Dry pack is a really kind of important thing because if they're wet, that means that they've been pumped with a solution, so that it plumps them up, and it's a saline solution. Think of Botox. You got Botox in your you got saline in your scallops, and then once you put them in the pan, all that liquid comes out, so you can never get a nice sear like this.
Yeah.
You're literally poaching them. So always, it's worth it to invest in beautiful scallops.
Right.
I mean, you want to put goodness in your body.
Yes.
Yes. So these are dry packed, never frozen. These are U10s. They're just beautiful. And then so you just want to get them nice and brown, and then watch your temperature of that oil. And the garlic, once it gets to that kind of golden, you got to get it off the heat because it won't, you can't stop it.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it could ruin it. Yeah. So, all right, well, I'm going to grab some spoons and knives or forks. And I feel like we have so much more to talk about. But maybe privately. No. Tell everybody about the date of your dinner and what your dinner is, because Sam kind of really doesn't even know, is, you worked a few, I think. But so Sam will be here and it'll be her dinner. Hers is going to be really special. So I know if everyone sees, hers is a little bit more expensive. But because you planned, Sam sent over and she had a drink, she had an appetizer, with another drink, and then she had a glass of wine with a salad, and then her entree with another glass of wine, and then an after-dinner drink with her dessert. So, I mean, it's completely Sam's menu. I love her. She's taking control of the kitchen that night. So it's super special. Hers is, I mean, not that everyone's is special, but she really...
I planned your whole menu.
Yeah, she planned the whole menu. I mean, I have nothing to do with it, so
it's April 22nd, which is Earth Day. It's a Thursday. I just thought it would be fun to do it on Earth Day. And
because you're earthy.
Earthy. And Suzette just said, this is supposed to be really fun, so just have fun with it.
Yep.
And the other thing I was kind of struggling between, I make this a lot, and then I also, the pasta tree is part of the Milwaukee Farmers United box.
Yeah.
And so they get, products from different local businesses in Milwaukee, and they deliver them. It's like a CSA, community-supported agriculture box, and they deliver it.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Thank you so much, Sam, for being a part of this. I love you, and so proud of you, what you're doing. It's been fun to watch it's been fun to grow old with you. My little youngin'. I'm a lot older, but it's been fun to watch.
We're all always growing up, right?
It's been fun to watch you become a beautiful woman. And in this community, too. You're part of this community, which is wonderful. You're using your heart to make a difference in this community. That's what life's about. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody. Join us for our next one. We have Sam as our first one, April, Noel, May, and then we have June coming up, which is Karen, which will be our next video. So if you're watching them in progression. All right. Cheers, everybody. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Say, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking? up and